I demand that you listen to my presentation, that you do not yawn or play on your smartphone or any other number of things you might want to do instead of watching my video. Now, did that make you want to watch my video, or did you think I'm kind of demanding and kind of a jerk? How about if I approached you this way? Hi, have you ever wondered why people say you can attract more bees with honey than with vinegar? It might have something to do with politeness. And if you stick around for a few more minutes, I can explain how our level of politeness influences our interpersonal communication. First, let's take a look at this little girl. As she is growing up, she's taught by her mother and father that saying please and thank you help you get what you want. While this sounds like a great way to teach our kids how to be, research does not prove that when we are polite, we have a high likelihood of having a positive experience. However, research does indicate that using a negative reproach usually leads to negative encounters and can even result in escalating the situation. Now, what happens when she's playing with her friends and one of the other children refuses to share a toy? Maybe at first the little girl asks politely,
"May I please play with your doll?"
But when the other child refuses, the little girl decides that being polite is not getting her what she wants, and she might instead say,
"Give me that doll. You gotta share or I won't play with you anymore."
What we just watched can be explained by the politeness theory. The politeness theory was published in the 1980s by Penelope Brown and Stephen Livingston and contends that we use different messages depending on our perception of our situation and how we view the listener. The politeness theory drew on earlier work by Erving GOFFMAN, who maintained that face, or the positive social identity we claim for ourselves, is the way we see ourselves and how we want other people to see us. So how does that explain the times when people are not polite? Well, the politeness theory includes both a positive face and a negative face. The positive face is the face we use when we want others to like or respect us. This face represents solidarity. The negative face is at odds with our positive face, and we use our negative face when our desire to be independent and maintain our own identity conflicts with our desire to be liked. The negative face represents our demand to be respected. So how do we determine which face to use? Well, we assess our actions and their potential to be what are called face-threatening acts, or FTAs. For example, let's look at the little girl again. Her first attempt was her face at solidarity. She used words and actions that she thought would be most effective, and she had been taught by her parents. In an effort to get what she wanted, she did not use an FTA. However, when the little girl felt that she was not being respected, she allowed her negative face to emerge, and she used a direct tactic, ensuring that her message to the other child was clear, that she was no longer asking nicely, and if the other child did not listen to her demands, then they could no longer play together. One criticism of the politeness theory is that it does not take nonverbal communication into account and highlights threats to the listener's face while ignoring the threats to the speaker's face. Imagine you are hungry and you really want a sandwich. Which approach should you pick if you want to get a sandwich? A. Ask your friend, "Would you mind making me a sandwich? I am very hungry." B. Say to your friend, "A sandwich sure sounds good right about now." Or C. Tell your friend, "Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich." A is known as positive face. B is an indirect approach. And C is a negative face.
Well, I know which one I would choose. I get off my lazy rear and make my own.
The references used for this project were Accounts and Account Giving from the Encyclopedia of Communication Theory by DUNN and Politeness Theory from the Encyclopedia of Communication Theory by D.J. Goldsmith.
In the true spirit of the politeness theory, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and good luck on your own projects.